Hi, welcome to CowboyStudio and our instructional video series. Today we're going to be talking about one of our studio strobes. This is a strobe made by Oubao. It is a WP5 400 watt strobe. This is one of two strobes we currently carry that utilize battery packs, as you can see. You'll notice this is a kind of smaller strobe in size. It's not going to be as big as some of the upper level ones. And this one does actually use the fitting on it called Electron. That is one of the speed ring styles. You'll notice we do have a couple of softboxes, beauty dish, etc. that will fit the Electron style. What we mostly want to talk about though today is functionality, how you actually use this strobe when you're going out to work. Obviously it's going to come with a sync cord, which will plug into the thing on here that says sync. We don't really need to demonstrate that part today. Along with this handle, this is sometimes used by photographers when they want to kind of handhold their strobes. So instead of attaching it to a stand, you might attach it to that handle and then be able to kind of have the strobe held. Probably more commonly, you'll be attaching it to a light stand and walking away and leaving it there. So let's go ahead and kind of get some of that out of the way. This is the case it'll come in, by the way. Really helpful for getting it onto locations. But when you're actually going to use the strobe, you'll notice that there are several different connections on here. I'll go ahead and remove these so you can get a better look at it on this video. This is going to be the actual strobe connection. It's going to be a 9-pin connection that you can use to connect it in to the battery pack. You will always have to have this strobe and this pack to be able to use it. Even if you're using it for AC power, which this will support, it has to go through the pack to the wall. You cannot bypass the pack. So that's the actual strobe part. Now when we're looking at this, that's where the strobe connects in. This is going to be where the fuse is housed. You'll notice a Phillips head screwdriver will allow you to kind of get access to that compartment. Over here is where the sync is, and this is going to be your power variable connection. That's how you're able to turn up or down the power of the strobe. So get it all the way up to 400 watts, all the way down to, I believe this one turns down to 1/4 of its own power, so 100 watts should be the lowest it goes. Down on the bottom here, you'll notice you have a power switch. You have a readiness indicator. We'll go over this in more detail later, but basically it'll kind of move up the knobs as you're moving up in the power. A test button, a flash ready light. On the bottom, that light will turn blue when the strobe is at the power that you've set and ready to fire. This particular model will not fire before that light lights. So if you try to set it off before it's reached full power, it will not throw off any power. You also have an induction switch and the modeling lamp switch. Now, one kind of unique thing about this unit is that unless you have the battery and are running this unit on the battery power, the modeling lamp will not activate. So if you're using the wall power for this unit, it will not turn on the modeling lamp. It's just a unique design on this particular strobe. Now up here, this is also where your battery pack goes in. So you'll be able to remove this compartment just by kind of pulling aside some of this rubber housing and lifting it out, and then you will have the battery pack right here. Now this you can charge independently and kind of get your battery up to power and then just use this in the unit. Or you can completely leave this out if you're going to be using this on wall power, which is what we're going to do right now. So if you just plug the power cord in, you'll want to then, of course, attach the strobe. Make sure you're attaching in the correct direction. And there are kind of little guiding teeth in there to make sure that you're doing it the correct way. Tighten that down, make sure it's on good and firm, and flip the switch on. Now at this point, I would want to adjust the power. Currently we're going to have it set to the lowest so it can be ready. And it is going to be just a brief wait while you are trying to let the strobe turn up to power. And these lights are making it hard to see, but it does look like that should be up at power. And then I can just kind of use the test button to fire off the strobe. Hopefully that didn't blind you as much as it did me. But you will be able to turn it, that was at its lowest setting. The strobe, of course, like I mentioned, can go up to 400 watts in power, so it can be 4 times more powerful than that. Now, if you have any questions about this unit or any of our other products, please visit our CowboyStudio.com website.